Hello everyone. Well, I'm stuck here in the traffic in Timberlake, North Carolina. We barely moving. I cannot move the camera towards to the road because I see so many police. I cannot move my hand out of the steering wheel. Anyway guys, I still got 6 hours to go where I'm going, so might as well tell my story. A lot of people in the comments section says that, Lola, can you make a video of how you made it to America? Sure. Well guys, I had so many failure of so-called love in the Philippines. Okay, my first ever boyfriend was named Jerry. Okay, over 1 year that he was courting me, and then when it was everything said and done, I gave up my virginity. Guess what he did? He ran off and married another woman. His brother, sister-in-law was. They ran off to the province and got married. So that was my first heartbroken. Okay? And then I was talk of the town at that time too. This is when I was 16 going on 17 years old, guys. Okay, and then after that, I didn't learn, I guess, trusted another man named Jimmy. Listen to that. J, first, second, J. Okay? And that relationship was nothing but jealousy and beating. Yeah, he used to beat me up. And at that time, I was young. Even now, I'm not gonna tolerate that, you know. And so I left him. No matter how much his family likes me, that didn't work, because I got out in that situation. I was like 3 months pregnant with my eldest daughter. So to make the long story short, here I was, pregnant, no job, no man. I went back home to my father in Cavite City, and then I found out where my sister was, and he told me that my aunt from America, husband, is stationed in the Philippines. He was in the Navy, and so my sister was working there as a maid. And so I called her up. Back then there was a dial. Remember that phone? You go to the store, whoever owns the dial phone, and I called her and asked her that, hey, I left Jimmy and here I am, no job, is pregnant, and I need a job. And she told me to come over here to Olongapo City. There's a neighbor here that needed a maid, but it's only $20, 400 peso at that time, guys, the $20, and she was making $30 a month, and 600, that's a 600 peso. Okay, and she was working for our aunt, my mother's sister. Okay, and anyway, to make the long story short, I took a ride to Olongapo City, sa Ulog bus. So they meet me at the gate. They escorted me at the gate. My aunt and her husband and my sister. And then the next day, they introduced me to my employer, which is just across. The Navy housing there, guys, is so close to each other. So it was just across the street. Employer have 3 kids. You know, she married an American, of course, Navy. And then I worked there until my stomach is about 9 months, almost 9 months. And then I went back to Cavite and delivered my baby there. So during that time I was working as a maid, I gathered some baby clothes, some, you know, baby needs and money, 400 peso for the midwife, you know, and I have little bit money saved for my food and stuff like that. Well, the long story short, I had a baby, and then there I was crying and going on, feeling sorry for myself and for my baby. And my money that I saved for, you know, from earning money from the maid work, somebody borrowed it and say that 5, 6, you know, I should make more money by the time I have a baby. She ended up not paying me. You know, people there can screw you big time. Anyway, I trusted that, and then I end up no money. So this is 3 months later, guys. Okay, I had to force myself to not to breastfeed anymore. I was holding my baby after 2 months or 2 months and a half of having her, because I need to work. So took a bus again. After 3 months, I left my daughter to my stepmom and my father, and took the South Loop bus again to go to Olongapo. It's a 4 hours something ride on that bus. And guys, I was bleeding because I just had a baby, you know, and the bus ride was so rough, and I was just bleeding. And my father told me that my sister wasn't working anymore at on base, because my aunt already came back here in America. Their duty was over. So he said that he's working at the theater, movie theater. So I told the tricycle driver, after I got out the bus, I told the tricycle driver, take me to the movie theater, you know, by the church. They got there to the cashier, to the movie theater cashier. She told me that your sister no longer work here. She work in the bar. Okay? In which bar? I asked her. So she told me to tell the tricycle driver to take you to this bar. Okay? So I did that, and the tricycle driver dropped me off to the so-called bar. And there was a lot of ladies there. They're from the province, guys. From Samar, from, you know, from Bicol. There's all kinds of women in that bar. And I asked them, I was bleeding, so I asked them, where's my sister, you know? Oh, they said she already got a steady boyfriend, American guy, that, you know, they're already living in the apartment. And I said, how do I get there? And they said, well, that jeepney right there in that corner, tell them to drop you off to this street, and then knock on the gate, and that's where they live. So I went over there to my sister, and then she got mad at me. She said, why you're here? I said, well, I was looking for you and see if you can find me a job again. You know, I left my baby there with our father's house, so in Cavite, so I need a job. And she said, well, my boyfriend is coming home tonight, you know, which is American guy. He's coming home tonight, and I don't want him to see you here. So go ahead, eat, and go back to the bar. So I did that. I went back to the bar. She gave me 1 peso for a jeepney ride, and the bar lady said, why you're here? I said, well, I got no place to sleep. sleep. You know, my sister said I can't spend the night there because her boyfriend is coming. You know, so, and then, so they give me a place to sleep in that bar. Besides the bar, there was a room for all the ladies. It's just one big room. There's a bathroom there and there's a sink there, no kitchen. And they all have, each lady's got like folding bed and then a bed, you know. Each one of them's got something to sleep in, and I didn't have nothing yet. I didn't have no money. I was bleeding. And then there's a woman, until now she's my friend. And this happened in 1986. In September 1986. And she sort of adopted me and made me sleep in her folding bed. Me and her shared the folding bed. She let me borrow some clothes because I had some few clothes, but it's not a decent clothes. And so she let me borrow some clothes. And you know, she let me rest. And then the cashier of the bar asked me, what am I doing there? I said, well, I'm here, I need to work. Okay, I got there in September. In November, and then his birthday was December the 8th. And he told the cashier that on his birthday, he wanna take me out. Well, that's how I started. That's how I started my journey in the bar. Okay, and I tell you more about it because this is such a long video now.